Hello all. So today we'll see to the C programming. Before that we'll study what do you mean by a program or the definition of the program. So program as a set of program is a set of instructions. Also we call it as set of commands to solve a given problem. To solve a given problem. Okay. So what do you mean by program? Program as a set of instructions to perform a particular task, or else we can say a set of instructions or a set of commands to solve a given problem. So whatever the program you take, so each and every program will be having three statements. First one is input statement will be there. Input statement. Next is next we have a processing statement. So next is the second one, we have a processing statement. Next is we have the last one is output statement. Totally three statements will be there in a program or whatever the program you take. See, in the bracket I've written that is we can have a statement or statements. What's the difference between writing a statement as well as writing the statements? That means if you write one once, that we call it as a one input statement. If you write more than once, we call it as a statements. That is more than one, we call it as statement. Statements. That means you can write input statement or input statement. The same way you can use it with the processing and output statement. Before that we'll see what is input statement. Yes, we are going to give the values. Okay, from where the values are given? The values are given from the keyboard. So values are given from the keyboard. What do you mean by processing statement? So applying the calculations or comparisons or applying the logic, those are all we call it as a processing statement. What do you mean by output statement? Yes, the output which is going to take through the monitor is known as output statement. Okay, so this is about input statement, processing statement, and output statement. A simple example I'm going to take now. The example is, say for example, I'll take like the values, what the values, example 20 and 30 I'm going to take. If output is 50, what calculation it has been performed? It has been performed the addition. Okay, see 20, 30, we call it as an input. Okay, 20 plus 30 has performed the calculation. 50 is the output. That means it has been performed addition. Now, whatever the statement you are going to take among these three statements, so all the statements will be holding some or the other value. So the statement is holding in the input value, input way, and this is in the calculation way, and this is in the output form. Okay, next. The question is where these values are stored. Obviously, we know that these values are stored in the memory, that is in the RAM. Okay, I'll take the part of the memory. Assume that if you want, you can take it as a memory of the block. Okay, so memory part. In memory, we'll be having these, we call it as a blocks, BLOCK blocks, or also we call it as a cell. Okay, like so many cells will be there or the blocks will be there. So few blocks will be filled with the data, few blocks will be empty. Okay, I said this is about the memory, especially the values are stored in the memory. So now I'll take some values. I'll take unit as some value I'll take, and quantity as some value I'm going to take. Okay, fine. Now I'm telling where these values are stored. See, according to the mathematics, unit and quantity will be taken as an input. The example what I'm giving for the input, the same example also carries for the processing statement as well as the output statement. So here what I've taken is unit and quantity I've taken, and the values of unit 34 I've taken, and the quantity I've taken 23.568. Now how these values are stored, where these values are stored. Yes, this value might be stored somewhere here. This value might be stored somewhere here, and this value might be stored somewhere here. Okay. In memory, just now I said about the blocks, I said, no, these are all the blocks. Each and every block will be having a unique address. Each and every block will be having a unique address. Example I'm writing, this address might be this address might be this. Okay, fine. So this we call it as a memory address of this block. And even this block address also will be there, that I'm not concentrating right now. Fine. Next. So what the name we have given for this block? The name we have given for this is a unit we have given. And so for this, we have given it as quantity as QTY. Okay. Just again, I'll label it. Just now, whatever I said, we'll label it. So what do you call for this? We call it as a memory address. And remember, memory address will be unique. It will not be repeated. Fine. Next, what do you call for this? 23.568 and 34. Yes, that we call it as values or the datas, right? Those values in C we call it as constants. What do you mean by constants? Constants means those values does not change. That we call it as constant. It remains same. Right now, see here, 23.56 is a constant, 34 is a constant, it never changes. And the thing is, why a quantity I have taken in a fraction and why unit I have taken in the whole number? It's up to the user. Whatever he want, he can take. So either he can take the both whole number, both fraction number, like vice versa, whatever he want, he can use it according to the concept. We can take the values. Fine. Next, so what do you call for unit and quantity? What do you call for unit and quantity? So unit and quantity, we call it as, just now I said, names I said. Is it not? The names. And those names, we call it as a variables. Those names, we call it as variables in C. What do you mean by variables? Variables which holds the value, which holds the value, and those values can be changed. Those values can be changed. Okay, it does not remain same. Right now, unit is 34. Next, it can be 56, it can be 10, it can be whatever. Okay, fine. So three things I said about the memory, like values will be stored in the blocks, and depending on the user, depending on the situation, depending on the program, we can take the values, either the whole number or the fraction number, and each and every block will be having a memory address, that is an unique address will be there, and for that block we have named it. Why we have to name? Because to fetch the data, to retrieve the data, we have to name it. See, a real life application I'll give one. Assume that this is a layout. Okay. If you want, you can take a Kuvempu Nagar or Vijayanagar, whatever. So in that area, I've applied a site somewhere here they have given it. Okay. Fine. Yes. For that layout, for this site, we'll be having an home address. We'll be having an home address. How the home address will be? Along with the door number, cross, main, everything will be there. Fine. Next, for this layout, after building a home, I'm going to give a name. Okay, fine. Before that, what I'm going to build here? Either I'm going to build a home, 2 BHK, 3 BHK or complex, what I'm going to build. That is my wish. The same way, what you're going to want to keep, either you want to give the whole number, or the fraction number, or the character, or the string. Depending on the situation we are going to give. Depending on the situation, I may build it. The same example it goes. Fine. Yes, I repeat again. So values, those values we call it a constant. Constant means those value does not change. Next, for each and every block we'll be having an unique address. Fine. Next, for each and every block we are going to give a name. Okay, those names we call it as variables in C. So what do you mean by variables? Variable which holds the value. Sorry, it's not values, it is value. Variable which holds the value and those value can be changed. Okay. Next is about the memory address. See, we can't say that like go and sit to that address or this address, because we do know. User doesn't know where the free pool of memory has been present. So compilers are responsible to allocate the memory. And about the values, just now I cleared it. The next question is, why quantity as Q to Y? Why unit as UNIT? Why for unit UT? So why can't the other name? Okay. How to create those names? To creating those names, so before that we need to study. What is that? Next concept is rules for creating a variables. These rules are applied for so many things, like example, creating a class name, a structure name, function name, label name, so many, like file name also. Okay, what we are seeing is now, so we are seeing the rules for creating the variables, how all the variables have to be created. Yes, variables always, always it should start with, variables should start with alphabet or underscore, or underscore. In the case of alphabet, either it can be uppercase or it can be lowercase, uppercase or lowercase, capital letters or small letters. Examples I'm writing. So ABC I can create, ABC I can create, ABC 1 2 3 I can create, ABC 1 2 3 I can create, underscore ABC I can create, and underscore ABC I can create. Taking one combination, like taking one word, I've given so many combinations. Okay, see here. That means here starting with capital letter, small letter followed by digit, capital letter followed by digit, underscores followed by small letters, underscore followed by capital letters. Okay, but see here, I said ABC 1 to 3, okay, fine, but 1 to 3 ABC, no, cannot be given. Like starting from the special characters, no, cannot be given. Okay, only started with alphabet or underscore. Just now I said ABC 1 to 3, okay, but 1 to 3 ABC, no. Yes, digits can be given. Where digits can be given? Digits are, okay, digits are allowed after the first character. After the first character. First character should be what? First character always should be either underscore or alphabet. A123, okay. A123, okay. Underscore 123, okay. Fine. Fine. Yes. Next, uppercase characters and lowercase characters. Lowercase alphabets or the characters are are treated as different variables, are treated as different variables. Okay, fine. So this is one variable, this is other variable. Okay, here very important is, remember, one variable holds only one value, not more than one value. What happens if you're trying to assign more than one value? Say for example, a value is this, a value of a is this, value of a is this. What happens now? So first, what I did, I assigned 98 as, yes, it took 98. Assume that. So this is A. We have named it as A. Right now, I'm assigning 98 for that. Okay, fine. 98 it took. Next, I'm trying to assign 34. 34 is also taking, where it is taking, it is taking on 98. That means all the values will be keep on overwriting one on the other. Now, whatever the last value I'm assigning, that it will be retained, that it will be holded. Now the value of A is 38. So what I wanted to tell is, if I'm trying to assign more than one value, it will not take. But it, even if it takes also, where it will be keep on taking, it will be keep on overwriting one on the other. At last, the last assigned value will be retained. That is, it takes only one value, not more than one value. And uppercase, small letter and capital letters will be treated as different variable. That means a value is this and the value of a is might be this, because that's a capital letter and this is a small letter. Just I said. Fine. Next. The names, just now I said, no, UNIT, quantity. Okay. For example, city, how many characters are there in city? Totally 4 characters are there. Say for example, amount, how many characters are there? Totally 6 characters are there. Next, how many characters a name should contain? So it should be reasonable length. Reasonable length. Okay. So, say for example, if your name is too lengthy, will you call with the same name? No. You make it a short and you start calling. The same thing here also. Always the names, let it be with a short. And remember how the names are to be taken. Example, I'm performing area of a circle. For area of a circle, area I'll take area. And radius we required, radius I'll take. I can take rad also, and pi value we required, pi I'll take. Instead of taking these variables, I can take x, y, z also I can take. Which one sounds good? The first one or the second one? The first one sounds good. Okay. So yes, rule is there, but this is not a good practice. Always it should resemble to the program, the names. That means by seeing those names, we can identify what the program is going to do. Is it not? So for example, by seeing the name, by hearing the name, we can identify the gender of the person. Yes or no? Yes. Same thing here also. Always the variable name should be very short. Very short means let it be within 8 characters or up to 8 characters. Okay, fine. Not more than that. Okay. Next, always it should resemble to the program, what the program we are going to do. By seeing the variable names, we can identify what the program we are performing. Such type of variables always we have to create it. Fine. Next. Next is space or special character. Space or special character is not allowed. Where it is not allowed, this is very important. It's not allowed in between the variables. In between the variable. That means, see, how many variables are here? 3 variables are there. How many variables are here? One variable. I said space is not allowed or special characters are not allowed in between the variables. Okay. Next, last one, that is keywords. Keywords or reserve words. Reserve words cannot be used as a variables. Cannot be used as a variables. Example, before that I'll give an example. Int, float, char, void, double. Okay, and also we call it as these as basic data type. Next we'll do that. Okay, like this we have totally 32 keywords. 32 keywords. Those 32 keywords cannot be used as a variable. Fine. If those cannot be used as a variable, then why are telling? Is it not? Because the reason is what the first rule is telling. Yes, it can start with alphabet. Yes, these are all starting from the alphabets. But already these are meant as a keywords. Those keywords cannot be used as a variable. What do you mean by keywords? Which are predefined. Already they are predefined. Okay, those cannot be used as a variables. Okay, fine. Like that, totally 32 keywords are there in C programming. Those 32 keywords cannot be used as. So before going to that, just go through. These are all the rules and regulations we have to follow just to create the variable names. Yes.